I had never made mokimo until I told myself, girl, you know what? Maybe you'll marry a Kikuyu, you never know. So I decided to try. This is my third time cooking it, and I hope you will also enjoy using my recipe. So before we go on, kindly subscribe and welcome to my channel. Thank you very much. I have the pumpkin leaves, a whole bunch, and then I have the potatoes, waru, and then I have a piece of maize, boiled maize. Camera iko wapi? Yeah, I have got this one. This one is 20, these are 20, this is 50. And we also use onions. Yeah, I think two will be enough, but I will not be making the whole bunch, just maybe half of it. Yeah, so let's get rolling. So first of all, I will start by peeling the water. Once you cube the potatoes, add in some garlic ground like this one and some salt to your taste. Then you add the water and boil it. I forgot to add the point where I'm putting it on fire, but I boiled it. Like, just add enough water, then let it boil. After putting out the potatoes to boil, peel off your vegetables. The way I'm doing, you're supposed to remove those thread-like things. When you just pull it, they will come off. If you leave it, usually the surface of the leaves is so raw, not raw, rough, so it will be like, it will irritate while eating, so you have to remove those things. So we have our corn. This is what you do, how you do it. Remember to be pounding your vegetables while they cook so that you can further soften them, and they can cook well on both sides so that the top part is not uncooked. You can leave the vegetables to run out of water, and while you make your onions for frying the vegetables and to fry the mashed potatoes, 1 onion for the vegetables and 2 for the mashed potatoes, but you'll mix them later. Yeah, so that is just me trying to chop up the onions. My eyes, hey, I don't know what I did to these onions, but I was literally crying. I had to take a break. Me ranting as always. Then on chopping onions, I prefer to chop them longitudinally because when you're making something that the onion is like part of the ingredients, the main ingredients, you want it to be visible, so I prefer them to be long. After chopping them, we first fry the vegetable. Don't worry about my sufuria, I'm just making use of the other one, like the one I boiled in is the one I'm using. My mom will hate this because she says the sufurias will burn, something like that. Yeah, so fry your onions until they are golden brown, then add vegetables bit by bit. Guys, it was not burning, that is just steam. Yeah, and then I mix it up till it's all mixed up, and you have to make sure that the vegetable does not have soup of any kind. At least that is what I do, and I believe it turns out better than if it were like lighter. So just let it somehow dry out too. Add some salt. Yeah, I think that is good. After frying the vegetables, you have to fry the mashed potatoes with the maize first. You can see these onions are more than the other ones because basically the potatoes are more and they take up more volume, so you have to use more onions. And then I also prefer to use the sufuria I have used for boiling the potatoes because it usually has that good smell when you fry in. Guys, if you haven't tried that, it usually leaves the potatoes smelling so good. Yeah, so for these onions, we'll fry them till they are sauteed, like just soft. You don't really have to have them brown, but just soft enough because we also want to have the oil. Yeah, and then add in the mashed potatoes and mix. Again, my sufuria was not boiling. I don't know if the camera is what inanionea. Yeah, it was not boiling, it's really like just brown down there. Then I forgot to show you how to add in the vegetables, but you just have to add in bit by bit while stirring so that it mixes up on every side. Yeah, and you have your mokimo, beautiful and delicious. And now let's serve.